Everyone
Hey,
thinks
Jerry, are
because
you
you're
on
a
your
zombie,
phone?
you don't know good coffee. Well, they're wrong. There's only one brew that gets my seal of approval.
Wait, what
I'm
happened?
Deadly Grounds coffee is my guilty pleasure. The
turning
aroma
my
is so
ringers down.
intoxicating. It brings all of my neighbors out of the woodwork.
Would you be able to
Deadly
text
Grounds
Ron? I'm on my
coffee.
phone, not
Coffee
my,
to die
not
for,
on a laptop,
and zombie
right?
approved. It's good to get a little deadly. Use the front door! Oh, they're so disgusting.
It went right back to the four of us. Anyways, welcome to another live Wicked Horror Show. I'm Kevin, and as always, I'm joined by Tony Has Nine Fingers.
What is going on, people?
And Tony, would you like to introduce our very special guests?
Sure. From the upcoming movie Itinerant, we have writer, director, actor, everything you can name. I think he's going for the most IMDb credits ever because it seems like he does everything. Friend of the show, Daniel John Kearney.
Hey, everybody, how are ya?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And then we have co-writer and producer BJ Mezek.
Hi guys, how we doing?
Not bad. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And I also producer Ronald Black. How are you?
And actor.
Hello. How you guys doing?
And actor.
Pretty good. Thanks for joining us. So, this is Daniel's directorial debut after all these many films that you've been involved in. You're finally biting the bullet. And this is you're also a joint writer on this along with BJ. So, can you tell us a little bit about the premise of the film?
Yeah, absolutely. And if BJ and Ron, if I go too far, just stop me, like before.
As always.
But yeah, so the itinerant actually started many years ago. I actually wrote 5 versions of the script, and we were going to do it in 2023, and we had to put a pause on it. And then BJ contacted me. He said, "Dan, when are we gonna work on an itinerant?" And then it just from above it, we were lucky that we were able to get it financed, and it happened. So we shoot in June, and basically the premise of it is it's a slasher meets true crime meets the daily life of people in a community, and in a community where the time and place feels like a character in itself. Deeply disturbing. Without revealing too much, my character, Dean, gets taken at a very young age in the 90s. And it ends up being that he is still alive 30 years later. And through a series of events, he's able to escape where he is being kept and come back to the town in which he was taken from. And after that happens, all hell breaks loose. But with that said, BJ stars in the film as well, and he is an officer of the law, which has the true crime element, where he has always thought through a series of things that are revealed within the film that I was indeed still alive. So he himself has been looking for this little boy that's been taken as a soon-to-be retired officer of the law. And through a bunch of different circumstances and a very fast-moving plot, it all comes together. BJ is like the Captain Ahab chasing the white whale at some point. Almost, BJ, would you say almost like Dr. Luminesque Halloween 5 by the time he's pretty obsessed with finding the character.
Well, yeah, I think we can let you behind the curtain a little bit. That Dean's abduction, was actually my first actual call on the force. So, and it's the one that was never solved. It was the one that and I make the rookie mistake of telling Mom, I'm going to find your son. If it's the last thing I do, I'm going to find him and bring him home. So it's yeah. And now it's time for retirement, and I haven't done it yet. So we had an analogy given to us not long ago, where it was basically Jumanji, the original Jumanji, where Robin Williams' character comes back, and now he's an adult, but he's still a kid, and he's trying to get back into his childhood. Only it goes much darker than animals running across the freeway.
Sounds interesting for sure. And you start production this summer?
April.
April. Oh, okay. April.
Dan's got a lot on his plate.
Yeah. He's always busy. I always see updates, and he's very busy. Very busy guy. So, Ronald, you want to tell us a little bit about your role in the film?
I'm the assistant director, helping Dan out. I'm also doing the special effects. So I'm also acting in it. So I'm kind of doing a little bit of everything. I'm also one of the producers with Black Cat Films. So it's like there isn't anything on this film other than, between me, BJ, and Dan, we're pretty much doing everything. So you can say we're like a one-stop shop when it comes to filmmaking.
The beauty of indie film, where everybody has multiple hats on, their passion projects and stuff. So, it's good to see everybody, and at that point in time, as crazy as I'm sure it is to do everything, at least it's going to turn out the way you guys want it to, as opposed to, maybe like a company coming in and saying, let's change this, let's do this, let's do that. At least now, it might be difficult having so many things, but at least it'll turn out the way you guys want it to.
I mean, I wouldn't call it difficult. I mean, if you talk to anybody that's in the independent field, it's work, but it's fun work that we don't mind doing. We actually love doing it, and the more, the better, I guess you could say. Right? What would you say, BJ?
Every project on this level is a passion project. Even though we're funded, which is great, it's nice. It's still extremely low budget. None of us are doing it for the money per se, for the return. The return is that we make something that is watchable, that somebody enjoys. I said the same thing about music. No music is bad as long as someone's listening. Well, no movie is bad as long as somebody's watching. So hopefully we're able to entertain, get a story out there. This one, unfortunately, is very much a part of our real everyday life. It's the horrors of life, where a kid gets abducted. It happens every day. And at the end of the day, I hope it's just something that's watchable, and it's
Just real quick, we have John Rennell.
Yeah, that's what.
I'm sorry. Go ahead, Tony.
I was gonna say that usually, I know Kevin said it a couple times too, where it's like real life movies sometimes scare you even more than the gore filled stuff, where it's like this can actually happen, and it's like that's what adds to it, makes it more stressful or makes it more intense, because it's like this isn't far from reality, because it's happened before where people get abducted for their whole lives and stuff. So it's not like sometimes you watch a movie and it's like, oh man, it could happen, but I don't see it. It's like it's happened before, probably happen again, unfortunately, and that's what kind of hits home with a lot of people too.
Yeah.
I was going to say John Ranella and Sergio are in the chat both saying hey. We have Jamie in the chat saying that she loves Harry and Henderson. And that's Jamie from Skinamarink.
Jamie Hill, yes. We got to get
Jamie Hill from Skinamarink.
Hi, Jamie. That was a fun project to work on. It was a lot of fun. And then I found out years later that I'm related to John Lithgow. And
oh wow.
I doubt he knows that, but that was fun. That was a long time ago.
But it's it's a movie that It's that movie's
Seems
left.
like it.
Yeah. That movie's left a mark on a lot of people, though. You know, that's like one of my wife's favorite movies from growing up, and you know, she loves it, and
Yeah.
it's one of the few that she like made the move from her parents' house to our apartment to our house, like one of the physical copies that she keeps. But
Awesome.
yeah,
The one thing I've been looking for a long time is the TV show. I have the movie in my collection, but the
Yeah.
short-lived Harry and the Henderson TV show, even though it wasn't as it wasn't the same, I still would want it.
Daniel, I think we're getting an echo from your phone.
Yeah, Dan's having some sort of internet issue from the looks and sounds of it. Yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm trying to
welcome to the
communicate with him on the backside, but it's not. Yeah, it's just not happening. So that's all right. We'll cover.
So how did
So-
it all work out with Daniel coming up with the original idea? Were you doing like just helping him with some rewrites, or how did that all come to play?
Yeah, he sent me the original Itinerant, and I read it, and there's similarities. I liked it. I said, "This is great. Let's go." And then there were some issues, COVID type stuff, all these just little things that just roadblock after roadblock. So we shelved it. Well, he shelved it, and like he said, I got in touch with him and said, "Hey, man, what's going on with the Itinerant? We've got to get this thing going." And he wanted to do some rewrites, and the rewrites wound up being almost an entirely different film, which I thought, well, it's great. We now have two films. So, and like with the original script, he sent it to me to do a little script doctoring, punch up the law enforcement stuff, dialogue, procedural type things. And then I went through and edited other things as well. And same thing with this one. And again, the deeper and deeper I got into it, like, this is really a different film where we can rename the other one and still make it and almost make it like a trilogy of sorts, and still have it as the Itinerant, but just the next step of the Itinerant, and not with the same characters, but just in that breath, almost, well, not quite like The Conjuring because it's all the same people, but just in the breath of it where the next Itinerant comes in, which I'm excited about that as well. We just need a third one. Daniel, we need a third one. And we'll play with that. So, but yeah, no, this was his concept, start to finish, and I just went in and did some polishing.
Kind of
Nice.
has that like strangers, and then strangers pray at night, and then bring back the whole, storyline. So it's always good to have, especially if the movie hits. It's like, oh, we got it lined up, for when it does.
Yeah. And let me know if you can't hear me, but I just want to add, I want to thank BJ for his contributions to the story, because I think after all the revisions, and I think this is just beautiful how it turned out, because it has something in there for everybody. I mean, even if you're not a big horror fan, everyone loves true crime stuff nowadays. There's that wonderful element to it, and I don't want to use the word bizarre, but it's really something different. Like the character Dean that gets taken, and you see his descent into madness. I call it like the Tony Soprano effect. You're supposed to feel bad for him, but you like him. You care for him because he's just so disturbed, and he doesn't realize that he's disturbed. So it's sad.
So, are you ready to take that next step? I know you've done a little bit of everything. Now the directing part of it, are you gonna, be harsh on yourself for your acting, or how's that gonna work?
Yeah. I'm really. This is a real serious role. I'm taking it. Very. I mean, I take all my roles very seriously, but there's no comedy to it, and my character is very childlike, and he's very sweet, but he has a very just disturbed side to him. So I've been living with this character for some time, writing it, and I review it often. I come to it, and I worked with Ron before. Ron knows I get in the zone, and I'm I'm very excited about it. I'm not nervous about it at all. And as far as directing goes, it's just a matter of the team you have behind you. And we have an amazing team. You're only as strong as your team, you know. And BJ's incredible, Chris Avellino's incredible, Ronald Black's incredible. Everybody is. So I think it's going to be really good. But as far as character goes, yeah, it's definitely the deepest, darkest place I've ever been. It's very disturbing. It's going to be very different than what you see in the world. I can tell you that much right now.
I'm
Well, I
looking
guess
forward to it. So that'll be you know, like because I've known you for a while, so I'm excited for you that you're stepping into the directorial side of things. It's the
Thank
the,
you.
the progress is huge, so that's big.
Thank you.
Now,
Can you believe it's
I
been
get-
10 years, Kevin?
That's crazy.
Yeah.
But I guess you'll have like a little step up because, sometimes reading someone else's work and trying to figure out the character as opposed to, you wrote it, you kind of know exactly what you're looking for, kind of might have a little bit of a leg up because sometimes you read it and you're like, is this what they wanted or something along those lines, even though I've never acted. I'm guessing that's kind of how it works. But at least
Yeah.
this, you know what you're looking for.
Yeah, definitely. And, you're very right about that. Like, I don't want to say nervous when you go on set, to work for someone, but you always are worried that what you give them is what they want, But in this case, I don't have that. I know what I want. I know how I want to develop the character and show that descent. And so I'm very excited about that. But you're very right. I don't have that on me because I know what I'm looking for. And I think I have a true feeling of what Ron and BJ want for me as well. So I'm very excited about it. I'm very excited.
And who else is in the cast? I was reading Hannah Fearman and a couple others. How did the cast come together?
Well, the cast came to, I don't know, Ron, if you want to step in and answer this, but the cast came together truly a labor of love. I reached out to a lot of people that I've worked with over the years, and I just said, this is our budget, this is what we're doing, this is the initial team, and everybody was just so kind and was like, let's do it. Once they read the script, they really wanted to do it, and so that's how we came about. So Chanda's in it. Chanda Rawlings plays a big role in it. Hannah plays a large role in it, who I've done many projects with, and it's co-starring BJ and Jeremy Hirsch. Danny Langston's also in it, and just a wonderful group of independent actors that I admire so much. So I'm very excited about it.
I mean, we talk to a lot of people that know you, and they talk about you swimmingly. So I'm sure, your directorial debut, they kind of jumped at the bit to join the cast and crew. So
Thank you so much. Thank you. Thank you. It's very nice of you. But yeah. So it's we're just honored and everybody's hard work and Ronald Black. I don't know if you'd like to speak because he's also doing the special effects on the film for Black Ad Films, which is an incredible production company.
Thanks, Dan. Thanks for my name out there. Like I said, this is all labor of love for all of us. We're not doing it for anything other than the fact that the story's amazing. Dan wrote a great story. BJ touched it up. It's like I said, I wouldn't be doing this if I didn't believe in it. And I think this has really big potential to go places. And like I said, when he offered me to be the assistant director, I jumped at it. And like I said, I told him I'll do anything I can to help this production out. So I brought my partner, Chris Ave. He's going to be helping out with cameras and whatever else we need done. like I said, we're a full unit, so we do everything. So I told Dan, BJ, whatever you guys need, you got it. So that's what we're here for. To bring the people what they want.
Yeah. Yes, he does. And TJ Robinson, who I did the last book from with, is the director of photography on the film, and the editor and the post production supervisor.
Nice. So you have like a pretty awesome crew, everyone all set up, and it sounds like you have the intentions of making multiples. So is there any? I mean, this might be a loaded question, but are there any like parts of the film that you're nervous about? Like any specific scenes or anything you're like, all right, hopefully I can pull this off. Like without being too specific. Is there any challenges coming your way that you're like?
We have one scene. It's an FX scene that we'll get it, but it's going to be fun in the process of doing it. Other than that, everything else is pretty straightforward.
Yeah.
Practical effects. Yeah, just the one. And I think we pre-planned it, and continue to plan it. And we'll probably the night before really go over it since we're all in the same room. But it's going to be fun. A little bit of a challenge, but I think we'll pull it off.
So you're gonna go strictly practical. You're not gonna try any CG stuff or anything because of budget constraints.
Yeah.
Unless we absolutely have to, which we haven't found anything yet that we have to.
Okay.
I mean, everything's going to be. I know Dan's not looking to hear this, but it's going to be a little bloodier than he actually anticipates it to be, whether he likes it or not.
Yeah.
But like I said, as far as I'm concerned, I think everything that we have planned for practical effects is going to go off pretty good.
Nice.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's a good sound to our ears. Us, like, true horror fans, sometimes, I mean, they're getting a little bit better at it, but, sometimes you watch a movie and you just like, you could have just did this practical and it would have looked like 10 times better. But, everybody tries to, I guess, get with the times or something. But, when you hear practical, it's like, it's great.
Yeah, it's all practical, no AI, nothing like that. And that's kind of like really what this film is about. It's about it's very dark, and it's you do see some stuff, but it's almost more of what you don't see. The way that I have a lot of vision with the camera shots and things like that. I don't want to say it's like the mood is not like it, but it's very much like Henry Portrait of a Serial Killer, where you see things from a distance, or sometimes what you don't see is scarier. So Ron will get his blood, but there will be some parts where there is less is more in my book. Sometimes I believe it's better to leave it up to the imagination of the viewer, and that will really set the tone. As far as things shooting to be nervous about, to be honest with you, I'm just nervous to put myself in such a headspace for this role, because this is really insane. Because he's not overtly insane. He's not Anthony Perkins insane. It's just so visceral and realistic in real life. Like it's scary to think people like this walk amongst us every day. And, you probably walk by at least a couple people like this in your lifetime. So that's kind of like where I wanted to go with this. It's someone that doesn't want to be what they are and has no clue what they are, because they've just been brought back into society after 30 years of being, abused and captured and, belonging to someone. So that's going to be scary in itself.
I'm sure, yeah.
Yeah, I think you hopped off before that we mentioned, like, sometimes, realistic stuff is scary, where you watch a movie and you're like, this can actually happen, and that is what makes it even more scary, whereas as opposed to like, the blood, guts, gore all the place, it's like, it's not likely to happen. It's like, it's happened before, and like you said, you never know. You could be walking past someone who has done horrific things, and you wouldn't know, unless it happens to you or the person like you never know how many times is you look at some of the most notorious like serial killers. They seem like normal everyday people until you find out they have a rap list about that big. So.
Yeah. And BJ can speak to that. He knows big time.
Yeah, I grew up in Seattle, so we had Ted Bundy, we had Gary Ridgway. I used to work probably about 3 blocks from Gary Ridgway's house, the Green River Killer. So growing up, we had all of that still going on. And then when I moved to Denver, the John Bonet case happened. So it's right there in your backyard, and it's a crazy world. And is it life imitating art or art imitating life?
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is true. I mean, sometimes you look and watching some of these documentaries, and you're just like how does it? What goes through people's minds, or how does it like? It's just crazy. You look and you're like, some people get away with it for years and years and years, and it's just like bodies rack up. And you were saying, people these days, like I do a lot of videos on TikTok, and a lot of people are interested in those true crime stuff where it's just like, and then they always ask, they're like, am I wrong for liking this kind of stuff or like finding it very interesting? And it's like, it's, everybody's, I guess, got that little bit in them, but it's just like, you know, knowing these stories, and it's just like, what turns people to that? It's just,
Yeah. What does that say about me?
Yeah, and that's exactly right, and that's what we were trying to do with this, to bring the true crime element. Because it's not like you want to hear all these gruesome facts about these true crime stories, but to get to point A to point B, what happens in between? This is a front row seat to, one of those happenstances, circumstances, what have you. And so it's basically you're seeing a true crime story unravel in front of you with all of the slasher elements that people love, as well as kind of an old school mentality about going to film it. It has something in there for everybody. And can't stress that enough. It's just so very, very unique how it's going to be shot. It's like a ride. It really is like a ride. It goes fast and it goes furious, and the descent is very scary, very scary.
now, did you have any like crowdfunding, like Indiegogo or anything for this, or?
No, we were very blessed. Where we have executive producers that financed the film and that really believed in the script and project, as well as wonderful crew that are coming in to assist and help bring the project to life. That really believe in the story and believe in what the film can be. So we didn't go that route, but yeah, good people like Ron and kicking ass and just really believing in things, and everybody working hard to make it happen, and BJ doing insurmountable stuff behind the scenes, and myself, and we're all just making it happen.
That's going to be a weight off your shoulders, because I've always heard that like those kind of Indiegogos and stuff like that sometimes is like an additional full-time job, like working those campaigns and just keeping up on the perks and stuff like that sometimes can be a lot. So that's going to be a big stress relief.
Yeah,
I don't know. It all depends on how you look at it. I mean, if you're short money, the headache is finding the money. If you're not short on money, the headache is keeping up with the crowdfund.
yeah, that's a good point.
So it's like a no-win situation, but you win both ways. Because it's like I said, it's a labor of love, and go for it.
You're
I
going to
mean,
say
with
something?
crowdfunding too, it's kind of like almost like a promotion in itself. I'm sure it's like it is a full-time job, but if you get people to back you, it's already like in there, and then you never know if the people, oh yeah, I crowdfunded this movie, check it out. It's almost like mini promotion in itself. Of course, you're going to need a little bit more, but yeah, I mean, you know it,
It's
Daniel,
the word
from
of mouth
not
out there.
only doing Indiegogo's, but like you plan on doing like cons and stuff for this one, getting it out there.
Yeah. Yes, big time. BJ has a lot of plans for it, as well as I. And once the film's done, we'll definitely be doing the festival. The festival, big time this festival as much as possible. Because that's how much I really do believe in it. I really, really do believe in it big time that people are gonna really, relate to this film in a very strange way. So we just want to get it out there and have it possible before we have to distribute for people to see it. And I did want to add too, just because we got cut off at the beginning when I had to hop off and hop back on. And BJ, if you can step in there too, please. With the original script, the original Itinerant was really someone's descent into madness in regards to the world, like the world of what's going on. It's someone who had a backstory, they lost people in their lives that you don't find out until the end of the film, but that's what calls this person to have a descent into madness and just looking at humanity as a whole. And that's what this movie really is. I mean, I just think that there's I hate to sound horrible, but I think there's like a darkness that's like blanketed upon society in the world right now. It just doesn't feel like, you kind of feel like a stranger. It certainly doesn't feel like the 90s. So that's why I wrote it, kind of like someone taken in the 90s. And, it just, it's basically someone was taken in the 90s and now they're in this world and they're getting this really quick view of things, how it is now. And you can't, you just can't get over it. You can't conceptualize it. You can't put it into words because it's like a man-child. When I say man-child, I don't mean the character's walking around with a lollipop and, and all that other stuff. I mean, he's a grown adult man that has adult desires and wishes and he's fully, he's fully understands. He's not, stupid in any way. But he's very sensitive and childlike with his words and deeply shy. And he just doesn't have the faculties to maintain an existence in what this world is now after what he's endured.
Makes sense.
Looking at your chat room, I finally was able to figure that out. No, we do not have a trailer yet.
Nope.
We don't have a concept trailer or concept just yet as well. But and we don't want to give away too much. That's the other thing. We've been keeping this very close to the vest, strict NDAs, and that's why Daniel keeps saying, "Stop me if I go too far." Yeah, there's so much that we want to tell you that would hopefully entice you to see it, but it's going to be a psycho thriller drama that I hope you like. But so I'm sorry, no trailer yet. There will be once we start shooting things. We'll have a trailer, of course. But for right now, no, we don't.
Knowing this team, there'll be a trailer very quick.
Yeah,
but that's the thing. Nowadays, trailers give. As long as you make it good, because sometimes with trailers, it's like, especially nowadays, it just seems like they give the whole freaking movie away, or like the best scenes in the movie, and then you watch it and you're like, okay, I'm waiting for this, and it's either cut out or whatever, and I'm like, I don't even need to watch the movie because I know exactly what's happening. I don't know what they do, but I don't know. That's why I try to not watch trailers as much as possible, but it's just like, what are you doing? That's just me.
There's been too many times where my wife will like, hey, check out this trailer, see if you want to watch this movie. And I'm like, the trailer's like 10 minutes long and it like literally spells out like a whole story. I'm like, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing. But maybe I'm just getting old and jaded. I think that's what it is. But I'm like, no, there's no reason to watch it now.
I had one sent to me this morning that I won't mention the name, but it was absolutely horrible. And like, if this is your trailer, which is supposed to be your best stuff, I can't imagine what the film is. You want to support indie film, of course, but sometimes, man, I'm sorry for the expression, but you can't polish a turd, you know. So hopefully ours is a little bit higher than a turd, just about here. So we'll see.
It will be good.
So, how long are you planning on production lasting?
10
9
days.
days.
9 days, start to finish in April. We are going to be running and gunning. Man, I tell you, we're gonna have some long days. But we've got multiple camera setup that's going to help quite a bit. A lot of drone stuff. Uh, it's going to be okay. Minimal company moves. Um, but yeah. Schedule is 9 days. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, you
Nine
guys are
days
gonna be busy.
in beautiful locations too. So as dark as the film is, like I can tell you some place like there's beautiful farms that we're using. There's beautiful commercial places that we're using, restaurants, beautiful residential homes. So there will be beauty. It's going to be shot very beautifully to have it have it to transition with the darkness that's within the film. So we have that. That's something big that I wanted to really get in production. So they're great locations, and so those 9 days are going to go quick. But like BJ said, they're going to be long.
Yeah.
Now that's the one thing. Like finding a location like a house or like woods or something is one thing. Like how do you get the like restaurants? You go in there and be like, "Hey, listen, can we borrow your restaurant for 9 days or a day or whatever?" Like I'm sure that's probably a little bit harder than the other part where it's just like, okay, can we just shoot here for a second? Like, can we close down your business for like 2 hours? Or I'm guessing you're doing it like after hours. I guess
Some
I don't know
places
how
will
long
be
you do it.
open. Some places will be open. But yes, the locations are very very hard. Everybody always tells me they're like, oh yeah, the locations it must be so easy. Everybody wants to be involved with the movie. But then when the movie comes, the opportunity comes, and people know what's involved. They kind of shy away. So finding locations is really difficult to match what you're really looking for in the film. Um, but we were lucky, and I lived in my home area my whole life, so God bless people. I'm lucky I can call on different people, and they allow us to come in. And very lucky they just say yes, and I love them for that. And actually, the diner that we're shooting at was we shot scenes for the event surrounding Peeping Tom there. So this will be our second time at
Oh, nice.
at that diner, and they couldn't wait to have us back. So we're excited.
That's awesome.
Nice. What they
Good
say,
to
just
good to
give
have
us a
connect.
little credit here or something.
Yeah,
Make sure you
yeah.
film our big title right here.
Yeah.
Yes, I told them. Yes, I said sign the form and no problem. Yeah, so we will. I'm sure we'll do that for them. They did want that, and so that'll be good. And then locations. I'm nervous because we do have some water scenes. I have to be in this river, and it's like it's still going to be April. It's going to be freezing cold, and
And you lost all that weight. It's cold is colder when you're like skinnier. You're already skinny enough. Like
yeah,
when you mentioned you lost 25 pounds, I'm like, where did you lose it? Like you've always been a skinny guy.
yeah. No, I worked really hard because I really wanted to fit the Dean character like perfectly. Because there's, I'm declothed in some, not nude or anything, but I'm declothed in some scenes, and there's a river scene and stuff, and I just really wanted to show the desperation of this character when he finally makes his way out into the real world, and it will be that will be a shock factor in itself, I think. But yeah, the water scenes, Ron will have to jump in and get me, I guess.
I can swim.
Yeah. because sometimes the water is in this specific river is like rushing and stuff like that. There's a big
Mhm.
culvert and there's a big underpass there. So sometimes it's only half a foot and sometimes it's 3 feet high. So we'll have to just roll the dice when time comes.
Jeez.
It'll be fun though. The adrenaline will keep you warm. You know.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You
Well,
hope.
yeah, no, it will. It will. Keep
It
high
will.
hopes. It will.
But the thing is, like, it's crazy how some people don't realize how much goes into making film. Like, before doing this podcast, I was one of those people that it's like, oh yeah, they just appear and whatever. It's just like, you're talking about locations and the elements and everything else, and it's just like, you know, doing this opened my eyes to so much more. I mean, and I'm just in the middle like section of it. You guys are actually doing it, so like hearing about it is one thing. Doing it is a totally different thing. But some people you look at it and you're like, oh man, it's must be so easy, and it's just like, yep, yeah, you okay? Try to do it and see how easy it is.
Yeah.
So
And
It's not.
none of it sounds easy. None of it.
Well, when you have
It's all incredibly easy, and we all just kind of bitch about it not being, just so we don't make people feel bad.
it's easy when you have great teams and things. Great, wonderful people like we're lucky enough to have. But overall, exactly like what you said, it's so many facets, so many variables. Everything's a domino effect. So organization and communication and having every duck in a row is key before you go. Before you hit day one.
well, you did the steps the right way. Became a fan, started acting, writing, and then fully climbed the ladder, so to say, in the film industry. So I'm sure you've seen, everything so far, but now you're going to learn, I guess that next step a little bit more.
Yes. Thank you so much. Thank you for saying that. I can't wait. I can't wait to be with everybody and just I just can't wait to bring it to life and make something beautiful and disturbing and not too much.
We're getting close to the point of wrapping up. Is there any other projects that you guys have coming out that you want to talk about?
Go ahead, Dan.
No, Ron, you first, please.
No, I got too many.
Okay. All right. Okay. BJ, would you like to go?
Sure. I've got a couple coming out. Cursed Waters, a horror pirate film. Alien Storm, which both of those should be out this year. I've got some non-horror stuff that just came out as well. One about Alzheimer's, which is a horror all in itself. But yeah. I mean, the best way again is to go to the IMDb and run our names, and you'll see what projects we've got coming out and which ones are already out. Tubi, I've got a lot of stuff on Tubi that you can watch for free. So
Nice.
And I'm really really excited because 2026 finally lots of years of work are starting to come out. So we have Grind coming out, Bunker Heights, Deadly Endings, The Boy from Below, Burr, Last Season, The Devil You Know, Charles Island, keeping events surrounding Keeping Thomas seeking distribution. We just had Watchdog come out last Friday, which I'm very, very happy about. I don't know if you guys got to check that out yet. And several other titles that I'm really excited about that are finally coming out. And it's I hope they're received well. And then we're also shooting a film called The Malachi in June, which I'm a writer, producer, and director on as well. So we're gearing up for that. We're shooting it in Kentucky.
Oh, nice. Ron.
Oh, my turn. All right. Well, like Dan said, I'll be on the Malachi. I'm an executive producer on the Malachi, and I'm acting in that with Dan. I said, we've got a great cast for that and crew as well. We're shooting that for 12 Days in Kentucky in June. And me, my Black Ave Films production, we have Within the Cracks we're working on, which is a psychological horror with like kind of like Creep Show, but psychological with a strong female-led cast. We've got actually we're shooting a scene with that in a couple of days with Lou Temple. So we've got that. We've got we're working with Diane Clayton on a couple of films for her called The Unforgotten, and then came a Rainbow. Oh God, I've got so many. I can't even remember. Like Dan said, I'm in Boy from Below with him. Deadly Endings. So it's just a big year for a lot of people. Like independent horror is exploding right now, and I'm so happy to be a part of it. And considering I've only been doing this for 2 years, with Dan's help, like I said, things have gotten so out of control with us that, like I said, I'm trying to follow Fuzz on the Lens. I'm trying to like capitalize with them because they're friends of mine, and I told Mike Levy himself, I said, I'm taking over Terrifier. I'm gonna hit that point to where I outshine them. At least that's my goal. So we'll see what happens.
Nice. And where can people go to?
Yeah, those are good guys.
Yeah, they are. Where can people go to follow your production company and like find out what's going on?
Our production company, we have a website. Everything's under Black Ave Films, BlackAveFilms. It's Instagram, Facebook. We have a web page, TikTok. You can follow me on Ronald Black on Facebook, and trust me, if you're on Facebook, you see my posts. I post nonstop throughout the day. I'm a big promotion guy. I like promoting everything I'm attached to. And on Instagram, I'm Ron_Black 1223. Other than that, I mean, we're all over the place. So if you look like Black Ave Films, you'll see something pop up.
Okay, cool. Daniel, what about yourself? Where can people follow you?
You can find me on Instagram. I'd love to hear from you. Please reach out and say hello. You can find me on BJ Horror Historian, or you can just type in Daniel John Kearney. That's really what I use mostly. I'm also on Facebook. And yeah, just reach out and say hello, and I'm here for you. So thank you for the support.
Yeah, anytime. BJ, what about yourself? Where can people follow you?
Same. Facebook and Instagram, BJ Mezek, as it says up there. It's easy to find me. I'm not going to inundate you with stuff in your feed. I don't post a whole lot. I guess I should do more, but I don't. Usually too busy working.
Okay. Tony, where can people follow you?
You can find me at Tony Has Nine Fingers on YouTube, where I got a bunch of old videos. I haven't done a video in a long time, but I have show off movies, review movies, stuff like that. Tony Has Nine Fingers on X, which I have but I don't use. Tony Has Nine Fingers on TikTok, which is my fastest growing, the one you'll find me on the most, where I do movie reviews and show off the collection. Tony's Movies on Instagram, where I show off the movies behind me. And of course here on the Wicked Horror Show, whether we have awesome guests or it's just horror movie talk, we're here most Tuesdays doing it. So definitely check us out. Join us live so you can, ask questions. But we also have the audio side, so you can listen to us on Thursdays. And yeah, Kevin.
Just stay knuckle on Instagram, and like Tony said, we're here most Tuesdays, either with special guests or just doing like a live, just updates on what's going on in our lives and what we're watching and new movies to check out. Thank you all for joining us, and good luck with everything. If we don't talk to you before then, and be on the lookout for how do you pronounce the name of the movie again?
Yeah,
Itinerant, because I had to Google it because I'm like, I don't know if I've ever seen this word before in my life. But now I have.
John,
the
Sergio, Jamie, thanks for being there.
Yes, thank you. And it's good to see Jamie in the chat. We haven't seen her in the chat for a little while.
Yeah,
So
we got to
it's
get
good.
her back on. I'm going to reach
Yeah.
out to her.
Yeah. Actually, I think Elsie Holt has been trying to get in contact with us as well.
Yes.
So, yeah, reach out to him. All right. So thanks for joining us. Thanks for watching / listening. And we'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.
Thanks for having us on.